Section 10.6 Homeowners Insurance. Today we're going to look at how to determine the amount of coverage for homeowners insurance. Homeowners insurance is financial protection against various losses. The different types of homeowners insurance coverages include property damage, personal liability, medical, and loss of use. So we'll go through each one of those right now. The first is property damage coverage. It pays for damage to the home and personal property, such as computers, furniture, and clothing. Sometimes people have other items on that property damage list as well. The causes of that damage might be fire, wind, rain, lightning, and things like that. Things that are basically out of your control. The second type would be personal liability. It protects you if someone alleges your negligence caused him or her bodily harm. An example of this would be a neighbor gets hurt in your pool or breaks a leg on the trampoline or falls off the deck or things like that. Again, that's personal liability coverage. Medical coverage pays for medical expenses for non-family members accidentally injured on your property. So even though medical coverage you would think covers your own family, it's actually non-family members that covers. Loss of use coverage pays for expenses living away from home while a damaged home is repaired. For instance, if you have a fire in your home and the smoke damage is so bad that you can't live there for a while, they'll pay for you to live away from home while your home is being remodeled and fixed. To recover full payment for any loss up to the amount of the policy, you have to insure the home for at least 80% of its replacement value. The replacement value is the amount required to reconstruct your home if it's destroyed. The percentages they give are the garage 10%, loss of use 20%, and personal property 50%. So if you add all those together, you do get that 80% coverage. This might be different in different states, but in North Dakota or where this book was written, they're going to go with these percentages. Your example, the Amadeos estimate the replacement value of their house at $194,000. They have insured the home for 80% of its replacement value. According to the preceding guidelines, what's the amount of coverage on their personal property? So the first thing we need to figure out is what is their replacement. You're going to take the replacement value times the percentage to figure out the amount of coverage. So if you take $194,000 times 80%, you get $155,200. And that's the coverage. Now, to actually find the coverage on personal property, we go back up to these percentages above. Personal property is 50%. So we're going to take this amount that we just calculated and multiply it times 50%. The coverage on the personal property would be $77,600. Now, they could also ask what the others were as well. For instance, the garage. You're going to take that same $155,000 number and take it times 10%. So if you look at this table again up here, the garage is 10%. And that would be your amount for coverage for the garage. The other one is loss of use coverage. So what if they have to be away from their home because of a fire? So again, you take that same $155,000 number and you take it times 20%. Okay, now even if you add these up, they're not going to equal $155,200 because remember it's only 80%. So trying to add them together to see if your answers are right is not going to work. What you're going to do is you're going to take $155,200 times 80%. then you could subtract these amounts from it to see that you got them. So you're going to be doing a variety of things. Mainly, they're going to ask you for the amount of insurance on the home. That's what we did first. Secondly, the amount of coverage for the garage. That's your 10%. Third, the amount of coverage for loss of use. Again, that's 20%. And D, the amount of coverage for personal property, and that's your 50%. So they're going to ask you to find each of these. You do not have to show your work this time because basically you're just multiplying the numbers that are given. So I don't think you'll have trouble, but just make sure you pay attention to the table that we have above. For garage, 10%, loss of use, 20%, personal property, 50%. You guys have a great day.